live. What's good, great people? I am Eza Moon, and I have a special guest in the building today. Hearon Trackz shall be joining me for a frank conversation. I'm going to give a big shout out to my sponsor. Oh, appreciate you. I want to give a big shout out to my sponsor, My Heart and Soul Essentials. Definitely check them out. Use code EZEL21 for free shipping on orders $35 or more. What's going down?
Peace, John. How you doing?
Man, I'm well. How are you?
Man, I'm super duper well. How you, bro?
Man,
How's the
look,
day going?
honestly, it's been quite busy, but I'm thankful for the work, and I'm thankful to be able to have this conversation with you.
Absolutely.
Man, how are you feeling? We're getting close to the end of Mental Health Awareness Month. I want to actually like, how are you feeling right now?
Well, I'm actually like I feel the same way, man. I feel real great, man. I've been having a lot of good conversations with my people, our people. It's been a real upbeat. A lot of people, trying to get on their business and get all their affairs in order. So I've been having really good conversations, man. It's been making me feel real good. So I always like when we're doing good.
Yeah, that's what it is right there, man. Literally, knowing that we're good, it does kind of uplift the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. I love that, man. I got some questions for you.
Let's go, man. I'm ready, man. I ain't really did nothing crazy, so I'm cool. I ain't worried about it.
All right. So and I also I have another question I have for you that popped into my mind as we sat down just now. But let's talk about the beginning of your career, right? In production. It started down with turning down a major record deal. Something that these artists currently are fighting for, producers are fighting for. You said no to that, and I wonder, what went into that decision making process, and how do you feel that getting that deal would have impeded your work on your dreams?
Well, my thought process when I was coming into it was I was in a group, right? So I was more focused on us. Like I never really been one of those types of people. So when they approached me with it, like me rapping for the little audition or whatever, I was thinking in my mind, like I know an artist is actually way colder. You know what I'm saying? So I actually just stopped, paused the interview, and just pitched them that artist or whatever, and got him signed that day. And it really just started me on my path of just putting the artist first and just thinking about what's the best versus man, I'm trying to get on. Now, what's the coldest thing that I ever heard? Well, that was the coldest thing I ever heard at that time. So that was my thought process. So I pretty much turned it down and just sent them him. So I gave them something so that I didn't waste their time or anything like that. And it put me in a position to where I'm in the executive level now, just instantly, just from doing like an A&R transaction. I didn't even know what it was at that time. So it definitely taught me that when you actually care about somebody, you actually doing stuff for people, it usually works out in your benefit also.
Of course. Where do you get these lessons from outside of that? What are some of the life experiences that you've had that that also attest to that as well?
I mean, really growing up in Chicago, all my brothers, they was all dibbling and dabbling in whatever they was doing, and I just saw this music as a way for them. They got excited about this. It kind of put us on the level playing field because we both getting the same amount of money and all that type of stuff. So they'll want to talk to me and try to figure out what I'm doing, and I'm showing them it isn't like you don't have to be looking over your shoulder all the time. I get money, the same amount of money as y'all get. We're in the same spot, same stores, all that type of stuff. So it's just really that, and mixed with I was in the military. So going into the military, it teaches a little discipline, and it just showed me different things. It showed me politics. It showed because I paid a lot of attention to what was going on.
Right.
I joined at a really unique time. I joined September 10th, 2001, so the day before September 11th.
Yeah.
And so it kind of showed me a little bit different things than everybody else that saw. Because I didn't see all the TV stuff.
Well, most definitely. I mean, let's actually get into that. I wanted to actually turn the conversation to dedication in 2000 to dedication, but first and foremost, before that, thank you for your service. You went into the army and you fought in the Iraqi war, right? But you during that in between missions, though, if I'm not mistaken, you were still working on your craft, man. Like you were literally still making.
It was crazy because it's like when you're in those positions, you kind of think like, man, what if I don't never come back? You know, they'll have this computer, they had this laptop type thing. So I was just going crazy, and they see how serious I was, and they kind of knew my history because I was kind of doing it a little bit right before that. So they gave me like my own little spot, like to bang out different, you know what I'm saying, in different situations while I was out there. I had my little laptop, so you know I was kind of plugged in like that. So that kind of put me in the position I'm in now because I sent all those beats home, and people was just like, man, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And then when I came home, they put me in a Red Bull producer battle, and I pretty much beat all the producers. I had like 7, 8 beats to my name on the CD, and you know they put me in there and I won. And that's how I got real popular without having to promote myself and stuff.
So, look, bro, talk, hey man, that dedication, that perseverance, it's a skill, man. It's a skill. Look, I gotta give you this. The cool agenda 1724.
Oh, the beat, right.
I want to know. It's my favorite.
Okay, appreciate that. Yes, sir.
It's still spinning. You know.
Yes, sir.
You know, I wanna ask you, you know, about your mindset that you enter whenever you go and you create. You know, like what is your mind on? Is it like, oh hey, because you know there are those who are in it for the money. You know, there are those who are in it because they have something to prove to themselves, or there are those who are in it for just a vast amount of reasons. What about you? And you know, what is your mindset as you're creating?
Really, with me, I'm really pro Chicago because like I feel like we don't get a lot of credit for a lot of the stuff we did, from Quincy Jones to Curtis. You know, it's Curtis Mayfield. It's a lot of stuff. You know, it's a lot of stuff that happened out of Chicago. So I take that real serious. So my thing when I first approached it, I approached like, how is this leading or how is this pushing Chicago sound forward? So like this sound that I'm doing right now is I'm pretty much like pushing back. Like, I could be somewhere else with the sound, but this is the same type of music I was making when I first started. It's like the world kind of caught up with me. They used to tell me my music was too dark and the 808s was too heavy. So now that's all music is, right? It's all the minor keys, and you know what I'm saying? So they just really caught up with me. So really I get kind of bored with it, so I just really just get inspired by the great artists. So I always work with really good artists. Like I'm not really that accessible when it comes to the production, you know, like I changed the business model on how you do production and stuff like that. You know, I don't do it the regular way. Like I license beats. I don't sell beats. I never sold a beat in my life. I refuse to. That's like giving away a Mona Lisa. I want 888 million. You know what I'm saying? No, y'all got it, you know? So it's just like those types of things, you know? So that's all I do. I'm just getting that type of stuff in there, you know?
Man, let's talk about let's jump into collaboration for a little bit.
Okay.
Because you touched on it. And you know, you've worked with artists from FBG Duck. May his soul rest in peace. You know, I know he was also a Chicago native, and you know he, and I want, you know, we're gonna talk about that as something about that as well. But you know, all the way to Memphis Bleak, you know, and I wonder, you know, what does it mean for you to collaborate? You just said that you don't sell beats to these artists, you license them out, right? You know, how is that helping to build your brand? You know, not being as available as you say.
Because see, it makes you exclusive. Like I've never been a producer that you can't buy a beat for $25, $500. I charge. Everybody that knows me know I charge what I weigh. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm serious. Like I give you great business, great service, all of that. I don't just make sure that I don't just make beats. I produce. You know, I make sure that we can get this going. I put some money in promotion and all that type of stuff myself. You know, so it's just a difference when I go to the board when I go to business. You know.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like you are, you know, with that type of mindset that it's gonna have people like, okay, well let's see, you know what I'm saying, let's, you know, it's like a diamond in the rough, like something that is it's like it's in front of people, but it's like, oh man, we gotta actually like look, let's navigate, let's sift through all the rest of this guy right here is the one that I need to be working with because your beats are fire. Bro. I'm not gonna front. Like, I don't say it if I don't mean it. Like,
for real, I appreciate
that, bro. Like,
no. I appreciate that for real, bro.
For real, like, and
if I really pay attention to that too because I do it for y'all. I don't do it for like to make this beat that sounded like that beat. I'm really particular to how I make it. Like if you pay attention, none of this stuff sounds the same. Like I'm really particular about everything, even the features, like you were saying, right? So like the features were really just ways for artists from Chicago to get on records with these big artists. Because like they used to offer me stuff like I don't even want to mention no names, right? But really big artists, right? And they want me to do their project or whatever, and I'd be like, okay, you gonna put somebody from Chicago on the record, right? Because that would be the only reason why you get a track from me, because I'm a Chicago producer like that, really focus on that Chicago sound. So they'll usually be like, no, I'm like, I know you want it. You know what I'm saying? I watch so many people do that and get their styles taken and all that, and we don't get the credit still. Yeah. So I really do it. I'm really like an advocate, like the civil rights leaders for the music, you know what I'm saying, for Chicago, because we don't get none of the credit, and I feel like we need to get that, and that would actually turn our children from going to all of that. They would actually focus on all the great things that we got and not just understand and think that we're just all gang banging and all that, you know, because we come from all of these great musicians, and the Thriller album, all that stuff is still Chicago. That's still the crib. You know what I'm saying? So like people got to pay attention to that type of stuff, you know?
Most definitely. Top 5 Chicago artists, man. Give me your top 5.
Man, that's you gonna get me shot. Shauna.
Okay.
Twista.
Okay.
Kanye.
Okay.
Hearon. It's too hard, man.
It's not.
I'm not even thinking. It's probably so many. I'm not even thinking.
It's not. I'm gonna let you live.
I want to say, cause see, I know all of the mainstream, but I'm thinking like the people that influenced me a lot, like Bum J. That's what I was gonna say. Bum J, you know, and like people don't really pay attention to, like Hitmaker, you know, like all of the co-sign, but they pay attention, but they don't understand how long he's been doing it, right?
Yeah,
they don't understand how influential he is.
That's true.
Right? Because he's real humble. That's very true. You know what I'm saying? Because like our class, that's like our class, right? Of musicians, right? Yep. Like our class is extremely humble because we kind of like did it together, you know? So it's like, I'm all on that, right? Just making sure we got the coldest, and get all the credit that we supposed to get, you know? But yeah, them would probably be it. It's a lot more, man. Chicago. I'm like a fan of Chicago music, so that's why you couldn't really get me to do all of these other artists from. I didn't really care. I was like, oh, Twista, yeah, okay, let me do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's pretty much where I was at with it. So yeah, that's pretty much my top 5. You know, you got Do or Die, Psychodrama, all of them. You know, they all mixed in there. So you know, it's the hardest thing in the world for me.
I was gonna say, bet that. All right, but I was. You know, with some of these younger artists, and you know the type of music that they make, right? And even with some of the older artists too, you know, they say that you know, music is one of the catalysts behind the violence that we see in our communities. So I wonder what your thoughts are on that, because for me personally, I feel like
I understand what they're saying, right? But to me, it's like, that's the mentality of our people and the mentality of the nature of everything around them, right? So it's like, once all of that starts to change, then the music will start to change, right? But this is the way that they're getting their voices out. Because like I say, my people was doing all types of crazy stuff as an alternative. So I was like, all right, I'd rather you be doing this. So we're going to go hard on this. You can kill as many people as you want on this record. You know, I used to just stress, like, even with FBG Duck and Lil J and all them, no ops. None of that ops stuff. We ain't ops. That's impossible. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all probably cousins. Like, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So you can't do that ops stuff on my records. You know, if you're going to murder somebody, it's a movie. You know, make a movie. Why are we murdering somebody? What are you painting a picture? You know, like all of those types of things. I try to really bring the art out of these young artists because they're extremely dope. They're the best like, in history to me. Like, everybody like knocks them and stuff that they singing, but that's what they was doing in the 60s, 70s. You know, they were singing. Like, they're just getting into the melodies. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just going back to where they're supposed to be at. You know, like, listen to the pockets of the music. It's amazing. You know, their cadences, all that stuff is ridiculous. So, you know, I don't do that to the little guys. You know, but that's for everybody though.
So, you know, I want to turn the conversation a little bit really quickly,
Okay.
because not only as a producer you are, but you are also the CEO of the Save Chicago series.
Yes.
And I would like for you to to tell the people what it is and the impact that it's having on the city of Chicago.
Okay, well, Save Chicago series is pretty much, I've been working with Chicago artists my whole career. I've been doing this about 20 years, right? And
Yeah.
I never left my people. I always made sure I was right next to them. So one thing I always saw that the only issue was they all had the talent and the drive and all that, but they didn't have none of the business. Zero business. Like, business was just horrible. So I was like, Chicago would be saved with this music stuff. If the light got shined on Chicago, it would save the career, right? And then that's what happened with like Chief Keef and then King Louis and all that type of stuff, right? And then as that happened, it's just like it's like nobody was really focusing on it. Like, it was still acting like it was a bad thing. So what it got me to do was like, all right, I'm gonna focus. So I went to school for business. I started a studio for the school just to go to learn business. So I closed it when I graduated, all that type of stuff, just to understand business, right? Because I knew that nobody was gonna take this career as serious as me and be on the artist side and not try to play them and try to finesse them out of revenue.
Yes.
So I wanted to do that with Save Chicago series. So that's what it is. It's an education and an incubator and accelerator for people that doesn't got it together. They got it together. And people that's on their way to just trying to scale. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's for right now. I got a lot of people. I've been helping them get funding. Like, as far as like with all the SBA stuff, I've been helping them get all that type of stuff. Like, people that don't even think that they could get it. Because I just really want people to focus on that. Like, I've been doing that for a long time. Like, even last year, I was offering about $300K in like funding for people for their business and stuff, because I always was on that. I did All-Star Weekend with my homie Austin. 4 days at the Alhambra Palace. We had the baby, we had everybody there. So I do stuff like that with Save Chicago series.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. Uplifting your people is an amazing.
Yeah, man. Just catch them where they at. Man, I love it, man. It's the only thing to do. Uplift our fallen people, man.
So was this always the dream to like even as a child, like you knew like I want to make sure that I help my people with my skills. Was it always the dream, or was it something that you came across?
Man, I lost so many friends, man. Like, it was like it's ridiculous. I tell people all the time, I got so many dead people in my head. Like, it just bothers me so much. And then once I seen the way, I'm like, man, okay, so they always down when they're doing this, but they're just talking about doing it over here, right? So I might as well. That's why I really took it so serious. Like, people don't really understand. That's why I took it so serious. They think if I wanted to go be a billionaire, even though I'm decent on the music and on the brand side, but if I wanted to be a billionaire on the music, I would have flew to California and got on. I did what I was supposed to do with that. And that wasn't what the goal was. The goal was to keep the infrastructure of Chicago, is to give us. We needed one, right? It wasn't one. Same thing with the south suburbs of Chicago. Nobody's paying attention to that. That's what Juice WRLD comes out of. That's my homie, like, Will over there, NVI Entertainment and stuff like that. Like, it's a lot of stuff going on in the city because of the stuff that I was doing. Like people, like, you know how it is. People will hate on you a little bit just because they don't want to have to say that you did it. I don't mind that. I'm empathetic to everybody's situation, right? I understand even being in that situation, so I don't care. But the thing is, they'll tell you that that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I continue to do. That's my only motivation. That's my only drive. Like, that's what I do. That makes me feel better than getting a bag of money. I'd rather get a bag of money off of the fact that I got you a bag of money.
Nice.
That's just the best feeling. Like, it's just way better, Because then you're not looking at me like, hey, bro, can I borrow, Because I just put you in the game, So that's what I do. I put my people in the game.
Bro, I love it, bro. I
Yes,
love it, man. I'm telling you, I'm speaking nothing but life, success.
That's it. That's all we're supposed to do.
Like,
absolutely,
man. Because like, if there's something that I pray for, it's to be blessed so much that I'm a blessing to other people, whether it be through knowledge, finances, or anything else. And it seems as if that from the way you are living your life, that's what you're doing. You're living your life as being a blessing to other people by putting them in the game. And that's real, man. That's real.
Because we didn't get that. We didn't get that. It wasn't no Hearon Trackz for everybody. Like, I had to become that. Partner, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
No, you good. No, you good. Trust. You good.
Right, that's all.
I just want you to know, man. Look, I'm coming back out to Chicago. I'm gonna interview you in person if that's cool.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm in Canada right now.
Oh,
so yeah, I'll fly out to Chicago though. Once all of this, coronavirus, pandemic stuff, I'm not wearing no mask, get on the plane type stuff. I ain't do all that. So, all right. But all that stuff done, I'll pop up everywhere. I got a lot of stuff, like I say, I'm working on for us to, capitalize a lot, So that's what I'm on.
Bet that, man. Honestly, just like I would love to set one up with you because,
Oh
man,
yeah, yeah.
it would be an absolute honor.
And you
Um,
super welcome. Come out here too. While
oh,
I'm out here. Oh yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Canada?
I'm opening it wide open. You know, I'm being the catalyst for the career here too. You know,
What part of Canada you in?
I'm in Saskatchewan. Some
Oh,
stuff we
okay,
never heard
okay.
of. Yeah, I never heard of them prior to. You know,
No.
but they out here saying on phone and grave and all types of Chicago stuff. It's crazy.
What?
Yes, it's crazy. They know who everybody is. That's when I call people back at the crib. I'm like, yo, y'all get on y'all business, man. There's no reason why they out here saying on phone and grave and y'all not capitalizing off all this all over the world.
Oh, they
So,
got to go trademark
but
that.
that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. You know,
Oh,
like that's what they brother here for. You know.
are you
Oh,
serious?
they saying it blew my mind. I had to stop them. Like, do you know what that means? You can't know what it means because you wouldn't have said it. You know what I mean?
You exactly like fam.
You wouldn't have said
Hey,
it.
fam.
Yeah. You
There's
know,
no
but
way.
but that's just showing you how impactful it's been that they didn't adopted it for their own culture. You know,
Right.
and that's why I get my people. That's why I was so focused on the business so we could do that. We capitalize also. You know.
Most definitely, but I feel, and there's something I'm realizing, bro. I feel like our culture and black American culture in general, right? Is something that is mimicked across every other culture,
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
as you have said, I must admit, a driving force behind it is in fact a lot of key players from Chicago.
Absolutely.
Like for real,
Absolutely.
like
Absolutely.
it's hands down. You can see it. Even the story you just told, man, fam. What?
I have stories. I have stories that I won't tell just because of that entertainment world. They be telling their own little stories. So I don't like to mess up they press and stuff like that. But I got stories. I got real crazy stories. You know.
Matter of fact, hey, look, like I said, when we get that in person one,
Oh yeah, I got you on that. I got you. I
yeah,
got you off the record for sure. I got you off the record for sure.
bet. I only have two more questions for you,
That's right. Yeah, you good. You good.
and the first one is, I want to go into what the goal of this show is. The
Okay.
goal of this show is philanthropy. Garnering support from the onlookers and putting it towards a charity or nonprofit that you care about. What charity or nonprofit would you like to spotlight today, and why is the cause that it faces so important to you?
Well, I'm not really privy to a lot, but I'm privy to mine, right? And I'll put one other one out there though. I just
Okay.
don't know the name of it. Slugs No Hugs, I believe that's what it is. It's Inglewood Barber. She's doing some amazing stuff over there.
Okay.
I don't really have that much information about it, but I just wanted to shout that out for sure.
You said it's called what?
I believe it's Slugs No Hugs No Slugs or something like that. It's
No.
something like, but her name is Inglewood Barbie. She's doing some amazing stuff over
Okay.
there. You know what I'm
Inglewood
saying?
Bar.
Yeah. And then she helps with a lot of the homeless and stuff like that. Like it's a real amazing what she over there doing, man. It's really great.
Okay.
But like I said, I got my Save Chicago series, and what I'm doing is helping to educate our people on economics, finance, everything that they could do to capitalize off of what their own value. Just doing things from out their own brain and intellectual property. It's really fun. I really base it towards the creatives, the people that get looked over because they think, oh, you need to get a real job. They used to say that to me. I used to walk around with so much money in my pocket. I pulled it out one day, and somebody, they was like, why you have so much money? I'm like, this can't be a lot of money if y'all telling me I need to get a real job. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I broke out of that. But, just helping our people do that, Save Chicago. I got a lot of things lined up. I got something called Trackz Home Front, where we're going to do like a, pretty much, what is it, Shark Tank / Making the Band / like type of show type thing. And give away revenue and fund somebody's idea, tape it, repurpose the content so they can make some revenue off of the, the publishing and all that type of stuff. So I'm just on all of that type of stuff with our people. But Sage Chicago, that's what I do. It has a lot of for-profit companies like Trackz Audio, Beats.Stop, a lot. Trackz Coin, tapping into the crypto market.
Hey.
Tapping into what is it? Professional domains and emails and all that type of stuff. Just everything that we need, I attempt to tap into it. Because like I said, I'm a veteran, so I can subcontract contracts. I get first dibs. I think like that. That's how I think. Like nationhood.
Hey, most definitely. And if you know anybody that you want me to interview, man, you send them my way.
Oh yeah, I got plenty of people. It's plenty of people that you need to get. I was just thinking that too. I'm gonna hook you up too. I'm gonna lace you with a couple for sure.
Blessings,
Yeah,
bro. I
for sure,
appreciate
without question. Yes, sir.
it.
Because I had a good time, man. It's you real. I like your vibe and all that, man.
Man, hey, look, bro. Come on, bro. Look, hold on. Hey, bro, hold on. I appreciate it, man. Like,
Yes, sir.
I really like. This is who I am as a person. So, like,
Yes, sir.
anytime somebody vibes with it, I'm always like,
Yes, sir. Be you, man. That's all you gotta do.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Before we close out,
Mm-hmm.
this is tradition here to close with words of wisdom for the next generation. So, what words of wisdom would you have? Because you entered into the Army in a very, very trying time period for America.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what words of wisdom would you have for any of these youngsters that could be watching this that are considering going into the Army?
Just I guess because I'm pro army, I'm pro fighting for the country, but
Right.
it would be so many different mindsets in charge of the country at different times.
Yes.
I can't recommend going to the army every time,
Mm-hmm.
because you sacrificing your life for somebody else's ideals, right? So what I can do is say that, if you think it'll work for you, try it, study it, ask around, like see what you want to do. But it's a lot of other options that you could do. I used to think that it wasn't no other options, because we operate how we operate or whatever. So it's plenty of other things that you can do. That's not a bad option, but outweigh all your options before you make any decision. I had an excellent experience, even though I went to war and all that type of stuff. But I'm like I say, it was a different time. I was in a different mindset. In the mindset I am now, I probably wouldn't have had the same experience. So I would like I say, I'm pro my country, so I'm always for fighting for your country. But just pay attention to who's in office and what they're talking about when you do it. That's probably the best advice I can give you.
Amen. Hey, look, the realest advice is the best advice,
Yes,
and
sir.
I
Yes, sir.
appreciate you for your realness, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I want to say thank you again so much for your time, for your energy, for your light, for the things that you're doing for the city of Chicago and for our people.
Yes,
I'm like I said, I'm speaking up for peace and blessings over you, brother. And anytime
I appreciate that.
you need me to interview anybody, you just let me know.
No, I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. Anything you need from me, just hit me up, man. I'm super humble, open. I won't be on none of that stuff. For real.
Hey, I bet, because I need a reason to go to Saskatchewan, and you gave me
come
one.
on, bro. You super good. You can interview all of the artists out here. I'll set them up for you. You know
Hey,
what I'm
bet.
Yes, sir. Love, bro. I appreciate you.
No problem, bro. Love. You have a good one.
You too. Peace.
Man, oh man, y'all, that was Hearon. You guys definitely check him out. And spin my favorite track. Okay, look, let me tell y'all my favorite song by him. I said it earlier, but I want to say it again. It's the Cool Agenda 1724. I love it. Okay, I was working while I was literally writing his questions while I was listening to it. Definitely big shouts out to my sponsor, My Heart and Soul Essentials. You guys, the Save Chicago series is what you guys will be donating to and telling folks to donate to as well. Please tell people to help. As well as Hugs, No Slugs. We're gonna go check that one out. We're definitely gonna go check that one out. And when I find that information, I'll definitely tag them at the bottom of this video to honor what my man has said. If you enjoy what I do, $sign Ease Moon, 60% goes to a charity or nonprofit that has been mentioned on this show, and 40% goes to making this even better. And yeah, man, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Iza Moon, and I'm not doing it unless it's fun and it helps people. Peace. Purchase my book, Purple Mike Wants a Bike, at Amazon.com. You can find it there. Just type in Purple Mike, type in Iza Moon, and it'll pop up. If you guys want to follow me, no, not even if, go follow me at EzelMoon_ on Twitter and Instagram. I'm Ezel Moon, and I'm not doing it unless it's fun and it helps people.